Room number 13. Outside, the messenger to room number 13 notices that the door has no knob. With lips sealed with a message yet to be delivered, he knocks on the knobless door. "Who is it?" A woman's voice inside immediately asks. "I have a message for room number 13, ma'am." A moment of silence. Then the voice replies, "Slip it under the door." The messenger scratches his head. How can he slip a message he was tasked to recite to the occupant of room number 13? So he explains to the voice at the other side of the knobless door. "I'm afraid I can't, ma'am." "What? You're afraid you can't? Bah. And you call yourself a messenger?" "But I am." The young man quickly reacts with some layer of sensitivity on his own voice. How dare the occupant appears to imply that he is someone other than who he truly is. Why, if only he presumes her, the occupant, to be other than a woman, then he shall most surely have challenged him to a "Do not presume anything," the voice suddenly says from inside the room. The messenger is a bit taken aback. "What do you mean, ma'am?" "What do you mean? What do I mean? Of course, I always say what I mean and I always mean what I say. So I say, do not presume anything." A bit exasperated with such an early experience seemingly daunting for a messenger at so young a career, the young man is about to exercise his right to excuse himself from the door when he hears the voice again. If you are thinking even for a moment that you can evade your primary duty as a messenger to room number 13, then you are sadly mistaken, young man. First, do not presume anything. And, second, you have no right to remain silent. "But, ma'am, I am merely here to recite a message to you. I have not the slightest intention of tangling with, shall we say, matters of the law as I detect from your previous speech, ma'am. Thus, if you so please, I would be happy to deliver the message now so that you may freely continue to go about your own affairs for the rest of the day, and I would also be able to freely continue mine," the young man explains with the utmost candor and regulation. "There you go again, presuming everything. Why not just do your job? Deliver the message, then be gone with it. Do you have to remain silent all this time?" But, the messenger is obviously confused now, and rattled to the extent of whether he should be performing his primary duty with such constraints. "Why should you be so limited with your presumptions and silences?" the voice asks him. "What do you mean? You saw the door. You noticed it was a knobless door. Your task is to recite a message to the occupant of room number 13. Why should you be so limited with your presumptions and silences?" "But is this something about the knobless door which you have presumed otherwise?" "No," the messenger adamantly answers. "Is it something about the number 13 which you have presumed to be odd a number for a room?" "No," the young man replies with a certain shiftiness of his eyes. "So why haven't you performed your primary duty and recited the message? Why the prolonged silence?" "Ma'am, I hope you don't mind, and I don't mean to be so rude," the messenger finally musters enough courage to tell the occupant. "It is a one-worded message, ma'am. And it behooves me to think that it would be the better for the both of us, being the proprietary sender and receiver of the one-worded message, to come face to face at the moment. So that, well, so that there will be no mixed signals. So that there will be no opportunity at all for any misinterpretation of the message." A moment of silence. Then the messenger hears the woman's voice from behind the knobless door again. "It is open." "What?" the young man asks. "The door is open, and has been open all the time." "Oh." The messenger is beside himself with the idea that, at last, Some semblance of resolution to this messy matter of message delivery is coming to light. Thank you, ma'am. So, kindly, if you please, if you will just open the door, then I will be telling you the message right away. I cannot. What do you mean you cannot, ma'am? I mean I cannot open the door. Not from my side anyway. Oh, the messenger is a bit dusted by this present minor detail, but has quickly come up with an idea. Well, ma'am, if you so please, I can try to open the door on my side. Do not presume anything. Do not remain silent. Deliver the message and be gone with it. The woman's voice is firm and clear. The messenger opens the door, walks in, then closes the door behind him. Instantly, the door behind him turns into a wall. He does not notice this, of course. And even if he did, it will be of no use for him to ponder on and on about a novelist door which only opens from the outside and has presently become a wall. As the young messenger stands now on what appears to be a solid measure of space, he turns his eyes wide inside the room. His jaw quickly drops as he notices that the entire room absolutely holds nothing but the walls, the ceiling, and the floor, which are all colored white. He tries to look for the source of light which illuminates the whole place, but it seems that the light is all over the room, its walls, the ceiling, and even the floor. Do not presume anything, do not remain silent. Deliver the message and be gone with it. The woman's voice appears to be everywhere and nowhere inside the room. The young messenger is befuddled by this sudden twist of event. Deeply ruminating on what to do next, he comes to the conclusion that all this must be some sort of a dream. That neither logic nor law does not hold bearing in this state. He therefore comes to the decision that, perhaps, if he will just recite the one-worded message, then everything will return back to the way it wasn't supposed to be before. The young man closes his eyes and breathes the one-worded message out from his unsealed lips. Imagine,